You don't need to go to Niagara Falls when you can eat some fried balls.
What's going on, NASCAR diecast collectors and diecast reviewers on YouTube? Welcome back again to another new episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, hosted by me, Original Big Brian. As always, guys, I'm bringing you guys your weekly NASCAR Diecast News throughout each and every month until the very end of the 2016 NASCAR Diecast season. And we are now on to episode 145, guys. So we got exactly 5 more episodes until a big special event that I'm going to be telling you guys probably at the end of this video what I'm going to be planning to do on the 150th episode of the NASCAR Diecast News. So stay tuned for that, like later, and once we're done talking about all the necessary stuff here on the NASCAR Diecast News. But of course, we got the following 3 for this episode of NASCAR Diecast News. We got some newly released diecasts from our good friends at Play Me Sales and our Casey Diecast. Some special cars have arrived, guys, and let's just say they are going to be, you know, superb. If you didn't get that pun, then it will be super awesome. Oh god, I just said it again, but yeah. And we also do got some more 2016 pre-orders, some more Daytona 500 pre-orders, which we'll be briefly talking about, and the return of cancellations, guys. We do get some cancellations to show you guys for the canceled NASCAR Diecast, but we are going to get all into this latest info and more as the NASCAR Diecast News starts right now. But before we do that, guys, we're going to take a look at last week's episode of the NASCAR Diecast News with its best-selling diecast from NASCAR Diecast News 144. Alrighty, everybody, so we're gonna of course start with your newly released diecast from our good friends at Play Me Sales and or Casey Diecast, or any of your local diecast dealers that you recommend, you know. But of course we're gonna go with the 164s, and we're only planning to review the 164s for this episode because the 124s are relatively similar, like the 164s. So the first one up is Carl Leverage's 2016 Arris Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. What can I say? This car is similar to last year's. I mean, I know the box is a little different because this is Joe Gibbs Racing's 25th year in NASCAR. So I mean, hard to believe that, you know, 25 years Joe Gibbs has been around, and with a man with Joe Gibbs, with a man his age, I mean, holy moly, going in right there. But yep, the Arris car is basically the same as last year's. However, though, this is on the EL mold, and what can I say right there? The EL mold on the Toyotas, much more superb. I think the decaling wise looks a lot more nicer on this car, and still digging the Arris car, so that's good right there. Same with Carl Leverage's Stanley Tools Toyota 164. That is also on the EL mold as well. Probably one of the best looking teams from last year, and it's still rocking it this year, so glad Stanley is still keeping this scheme for this year, and I'm hoping that maybe Carl Leverage will pull off a W with that scheme momentarily, but who knows. And the next one is definitely a very hyped car. Our Daytona 500 pole sitter, Chase Elliott, and his Napa colors for this year. I mean, a lot of people had mixed feelings about this car because of how lacking the scheme was. But you know, I mean, I think people are starting to grow to the scheme. I mean, I kind of wish the design was a little bit better. I mean, whoever was the designer of this of the 24 car really needs to go back to school, I think. Because you know, with Napa cars, I like to see a lot of yellow, and with this, I'm not really seeing a lot of yellow, which is really odd because that's such a signature color for Napa. So I don't know. Hopefully next year they will make some changes. But just I still like this car regardless. I think this is gonna be one of the top selling cars for this year because you know it is Chase Elliott after all. And yeah, I mean, I think it could be. It has a car that has a lot of potential, and we'll see how it goes right there. And the last two cars that are in this release, and oh my God, guys, let's just say these cars came out very fast. Like I said last week, guys, I did give you guys info on the Batman vs Superman cars that Lionel Authentic is going to be released. But now this is your shot right here to get some cars for Lionel Racing. The Batman vs Superman cars finally arrived, both in 164 and 124, and of course we're going off with you know, you can choose which side you want. Jimmy Johnson's Superman car, which is cool right there. So if you love rocking the Superman colors, that's really cool right there. Also, if you do take a look at the box is a little different this year, and they are the design wise is relatively similar to what NASCAR Authentics will be producing, so that's good right there. Apologies for the yawning, folks. I'm doing this late at night, but we're gonna try to get through this. Hopefully, you know, slam a soda or something that can get me going. Yeah, the Jimmy Johnson Superman car. I do have to say this is probably I like this car a little bit more than the next competitor, which is the Dale Jr. Batman Nationwide car. Which, you know, I mean, both of them have the design right, I have to say. You know, I mean, the paint schemes are relatively similar, I mean, because they're both, you know, rocking the capes on there, and, you know, the Superman and Batman logos. But just, you know, I mean, tell me what you guys think in the comments. Are you going for Jimmy Johnson's Superman car or Dale Jr.'s Batman? Or who knows, maybe you're a Batman fan, but you kind of like Jimmy Johnson's Superman scheme a little bit better. Doesn't really make any sense, but, you know, we're gonna see how this goes, and if any of you guys are excited for the Batman vs Superman movie, then this is probably the car to get right here for sure. But now we're gonna get on to the pre-orders, which are always wonderful. You know, pre-order, pre-order, pre-order. That's the motto that you know, Steve Post likes to have. But not gonna really review every pre-order because we have a lot of pre-orders right here. But most of these aren't really pre-orders; they're mostly die-cast, updated die-cast renders. So you can probably see which ones if you follow our Instagram and like us on our Facebook page. But definitely we'll be looking over some Daytona 500 cars, like of course Denny Hamlin's 2016 Daytona 500 win. Man, could you guys believe what a great finish we had in that 500-mile race? And oh my goodness, probably one of the best finishes ever in the Daytona 500 between Denny Hamlin and Mark Truex Jr. I really thought Mark Truex Jr. had it, but Denny Hamlin got it right here. And yes, guys, they are going to be making a 124 and a 164, but let's just not let's make sure this car gets MOQ. All right, if it does, then we're finally going to see a Denny Hamlin race winning car produced. But how about that, guys? He won the Sprint Unlimited, and now he is a Daytona 500 champion. So congrats to Denny Hamlin and everybody in that FedEx Toyota Camry. And speaking of the runner-up, you know, we got to give some props to the runner-up, Mark Truex Jr. A lot of people are wondering if his Fast Pro Shops car is going to be on pre-order. Well, Lionel has spoken, and after his good finish at Daytona, who would have known, guys? We are going to hopefully get a Bass Pro Shops car produced for Mark Truex Jr. I am really excited about this car because not only Mark Truex Jr. is back with the Toyota like he did with MWR, but he's back with Bass Pro Shops, one of his longtime sponsors, actually where he got his first win at in 2007 at Dover. So it's really cool to see that this car is probably a car I highly would recommend getting once it makes MOQ, which I'm sure it will, hopefully, because let's just hope, guys. Let's just hope. I should have like a yawn counter in this video. Oh man, man, oh my goodness. And we also got an Xfinity car that's up for pre-order. Chase Elliott's Daytona win for the Xfinity Series. I don't know what the name of the race was that called. I mean, they change that name every year for Christ's sake, so I can't remember what the name of the Xfinity race was, but pretty cool. The finish was also kind of crazy. I mean, Joe Logano was trying to make a move and nearly wrecked Chase Elliott, which I know many fans would not appreciate it. But, you know, Chase Elliott was able to hold off and, you know, win the Daytona race, which is cool right there. So, that's really awesome right there. I mean, I kind of like the pose he's making right here. Like, one of my good friends, PW2933, he made a meme. He's like, "Aren't you satisfied yet?" I think that's like the perfect pose right there, because you know, I know a lot of people complain about, you know, the Cup drivers, you know, being in Xfinity, but you know, congrats to Chase Elliott. I mean, I probably would not want to see him win again, probably, because he is now a Cup driver after all. But we'll see how this goes, and hopefully this car will make MOQ, as it is a 124 exclusive. So that's interesting right there. And now, guys, we're going to get on to the cancellations, which is our final topic. And yeah, guys, after going 3 weeks without a cancellation, we finally got some. However, though, these two aren't really that important. But however, though, guys, for any Austin Dillon fans out there, his number 2 Rheem Xfinity Chevrolet Camaro has been officially canceled in both scales. I mean, I was expecting to see another Austin Dillon car, you know, not making it. I mean, most of his cars, you know, especially last year, were canceled, which kind of sucked. I mean, compared to 2014, 2014 is where, you know, we had a lot of Austin Dillon cars. In 2015, we only had like 3 or 4, I think. Yeah, and now this year, this car probably not going to be an exception. Like I said, it's another one of those Cup drivers in the Xfinity Series. So yeah, that's interesting, I guess. And also, we got a 124 car that has been now on the chopping block. Casey Mears' Geico. That is now canceled in the 124 scale. So the 164 is still being produced, but it does suck to see the 124 getting canceled, because, you know, for any 124 collectors out there, I'm sure they're not satisfied seeing this car getting canceled. But I don't know. I mean, tell me what you guys think about these cancellations. I mean, not really much impactful, but you know, could be worse. Hopefully, I mean, so far the cancellations have kind of dimmed down a bit, and hopefully that's a good sign for this year. I mean, so far the 2016 NASCAR Diecast season has been relatively smooth, and let's hope we keep it that way as the year goes on. But yep, guys. But now, guys, I believe I'm gonna wrap this show up real quick. But hold on, guys. I got a special announcement coming up, guys. On the 150th episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, I plan to do something special. If you guys have been a long time subscriber, you guys know that on the halfway point on most of my episodes, like once I get to the 50s or 100s, I always do something special. So you guys know on my 50th episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, which was back then called NASCAR Diecast Releases, I did like a whole collage to Robbie Noonan, which that was the thing back then. And then Diecast News 100, of course, I did a parody of the NASCAR Diecast News, which I plan on doing a sequel, guys, which I'm planning to do way more big and beyond, guys. I'm probably going to do like a full Steve Post impression and all that, but I'll probably get more info of that, because we still got another 50 episodes before that happens. So expect a sequel of the Diecast Review Show on episode 200 NASCAR Diecast News. But on the 150th episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, guys, I plan on doing a live episode. So you guys will be able to interact with me as we do a live episode, as that will be interesting right there. Following up with the Q&A, and then I don't know, I'll watch some random videos, see, you know, some old random videos from Race Day 2011's channel and also my channel. So it's gonna be a fun night. Don't know when it's gonna happen, but I am gonna be doing some tests. So if you guys do see some tests on my channel for live streaming, then that will be just some tests, because I want to make sure that the stream goes live and smooth and all that. But other than that, guys, this has been the NASCAR Diecast News. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, please give this video a good comment, like. If you guys haven't already, I highly encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel for any more NASCAR Diecast News content. And I do plan on uploading, guys, the first episode for the 2016 Top 10 NASCAR Diecast, so stay tuned for that. I'll have that uploaded sometime on the 29th of February, or at the least March 1st. So, but other than that, guys, that is it for the NASCAR Diecast news, and we'll see you guys next time for any more of your latest NASCAR Diecast news to come. So until then, guys, this is Original Big Bry signing off, and so long for now, everybody.